Okay, it says I'm live. Hopefully, you guys pick up on this. I don't know what happened, so let's see if some people return here. We'll give it a second and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I saw the people number start to dip. Oh, hello again, Zan Sultan. I'm glad you're here. Let me know if you keep seeing me. I don't know what happened, so let's start a new stream. Why not? Um, yeah, it crashed. I don't know what happened there. It said it was still on, which was kind of weird. So we'll give everyone a second to come back here. So if you have anything you want to talk about, Zanzitan or whoever else is there, let me know. Um, because I don't want to tell the big story if there's only a couple people here. Let's get everyone back here. Hopefully they'll find it. Yeah, said I was on. It was weird. It says I'm on now. So I don't know what's going on. We'll we'll take our time and we'll drink a little. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened. Now we got some people showing up. Let me know when you guys are here. Yep, Daniel, don't know what happened. If you were on the stream before, let me know you're back in the chat there. Um, when I see some names, I know. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube went out again. It went out again. Was it yesterday for just a little bit? People were like, "Oh my god, YouTube's out." I was waiting for Wreck It Ralph to start. Um, and I was just checking it, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, YouTube's out!" And then all of a sudden, it was back on. Um, let's see. I was just telling you that once you a Christmas present a GBA to my nephew with Pokemon Emerald, and he threw it away once he got a PS4. That's just wrong. Um, it's funny that you see. Let's see. Uh, you got your kid's life itself. Yeah, don't know what happens, Observer. It said I was still on. Since it crashed, which animated movies did you mention? Um, for this year, the only one I can remember of anime movies that came out this year was Wreck-It Ralph because I just forget what I have a list, so I don't have to remember, and I don't have it here of what I've seen. So if you throw up some movies that came out this year animated, I'll go through them. I'll tell you which ones I like because I'll just be like, I don't remember what came out this year, what came out last year, whatever. Yes, tech is definitely wonky. Um, it said it was still on. I don't know what happened. Um, I was watching the little people number there in the corner on my screen just go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and someone I thought was still watching. Maybe it was me. I don't know. Um, if it starts to get wonky, definitely tell me in the chat. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about my court case real quick. They asked us questions. You were refreshing it hard. Yeah, I just figured might as well start a new one. Um, because if it wasn't working, okay, yeah, Peter Rabbit, yeah, I think that counts. It's animated enough. Early Man, I didn't see. Sherlock Gnomes, I didn't see. I loved Sergeant Stubby. If you haven't seen Sergeant Stubby, watch it. It's one of my favorites this year. Thank you for reminding me of that one. The people that created that actually got in touch with me for my review. They loved my review of it. Incredibles 2, like that movie. Hotel Transylvania 3, I think the shtick is over. Teen Titans Go, I really liked. Smallfoot, I thought was okay. Grinch was fine. Um, so yeah, my favorites would have to be Sergeant Stubby, Teen Titans Go, and Wreck It Ralph, probably so far. And not saying I didn't like others, but those are the ones that really stick out. But anyway, uh, back to the court case. So yeah, I'm in the jury room, the jury section, and they ask us a bunch of questions. And the defendant's lawyer asked me about my job because when I did jury duty before, I got kicked off of so many juries because I worked for a news station. And he asked me about that, and I just said, "Yeah." He goes, what's a Chiron operator? I was like, that would be Chiron, sir. I said, it's a fancy way of saying graphics guy. And he goes, "Oh, okay. I just had to ask." I was like, "That's fine." And I ended up on this jury, and what it was an aggravated assault case where two guys were arguing at this apartment complex, and They go out on the near the edge of the street, past the parking lot, and because I guess you got to go there to smoke. And someone from across the street just came over and whopped what one of the guys upside the head, and then just started beating the crap out of him on the ground. Um, and we go through the case, and the prosecution has the guy that was arguing that didn't get beat up as one of their witnesses, and he was still in jail. They had the victim who seemed a little loopy, and he was definitely loopy at the time because he's getting his face beat in. There was two things of video. There was a security camera; you couldn't really tell what was going on, and there was someone took cell phone video, and so we oh, and then the other prosecution witness was the manager of the apartment complex, and so we listened to them, and then we listened to the cop that was investigating over the week or whatever, and then the defense did their case, and they didn't really offer much. They tried to bring up a witness that was also supposedly beating up the guy, but they wouldn't allow it, or they were because I think he was trying to just accuse someone else. Um, and they wouldn't allow that person to be accused. Like I don't know how what they objected, sustained, Uh, and so then we go to deliberations, and this whole time, anytime we got taken out of the room, uh, they there was like some people that you could tell didn't want to be there, and and let me know if I'm having trouble again, you guys. I haven't seen any chats pop up. Um, I could tell they were wanting to leave. And if any of you ever seen 12 Angry Men, I knew I was going to be in a 12 Angry Men situation because they said, "Who thinks not guilty?" And I raised my hand and no one else did. Um, and then who thinks he's guilty? Everyone raised their hand. And then I said, we're not getting out of here without at least talking about it. So we, uh, I said I wanted to know a couple things. I said I wanted to know if his middle name was Anthony because in the video the person uh am I having issues again? Just let me know. Um so then uh I said his middle name Anthony because they were calling him okay, I hadn't seen any chats pop up, so I was like, "Oh boy, something's happening again." The video showed something relevant. Oh, are you talking the for the case, Zanzatan? Um, yeah, in the case, yes. Yeah, it showed the first video showed the argument, and then the cell phone video showed the beating of this guy, and he so I asked to see the cell phone video because we were looking at it halfway across the room, and of course, a lot of people shoot video like this when you should be shooting it like this. Um, so anyway, I asked to see it, and there's this one guy that kept just I'm missing the Price is Right, and I don't want to be here the whole time. And so I said to him, if any of you ever seen 12 Angry Men, you'll recognize this statement. I said to him, I looked at him, I said, I bet you got a pair of Yankee tickets burning a hole in your pocket, don't you? And he didn't get it. I'm like, man, people have not seen 12 Angry Men, the greatest, one of the greatest court movies of all time. And so yeah, they wouldn't tell us the guy's middle name, even though because they kept calling him Tony, but his name wasn't Tony. And so on our court sheet or on our jury sheet, it said the guy's first name, middle initial A, and his last name. And I'm like, I bet that's Anthony. So then we saw the video, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, that's him. That's definitely him. That's definitely him." And I was like, "You can't tell me that pixelated mess is him." I mean, you could tell. I saw the guy stand up in court, so I could tell how he was slouching, and he was slouching in the video. So I used deductive reasoning, but they were all just like, "I'm ready to go home." It was him. He's guilty. It's like this is a man's life, whether he did it or not. He deserves at least us for us to discuss it a little bit. And of course, what if that was you? And nobody liked hearing that. Uh, so that was my fun in court. The guy, we did find the guy guilty, um, and it's still hard to do, but I felt like we did our job. We at least tried. There was another guy that came up to me after. He goes, "Thank you so much for asking." He was afraid of getting like bullied in the room, and I was getting bullied in that room. They were just like, "Well, you can't tell me this, and you can't tell me that." It's like, I just want to talk. I just want to talk about it. It's a man's life, and he's going to go to prison if we say he's guilty. It's a man's life. We just at least got to talk. We can't just come in here and say guilty. Bye. You know. So um, I was glad I got to do it. But here's the thing: so that took Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Wednesday rolls around, and they say, or the end of the end of Wednesday, they go, the jury room is empty when we get done, and they go ahead and go home. They're talking about lots of snow, so then we didn't go in Thursday. I guess I guess court gets a snow day, and then they didn't want to start anything on Friday, the day I was supposed to film the movie with Brad. And so then so we didn't do Friday. So I did 2 days of jury duty, and did do one case. So at least I got to do one case. But uh, it's just kind of funny that that day I didn't have to go that day. But what was nice was I still went in to work in the morning, and then I'd do half a day and then go to court. So I just had a couple of half days uh, at work, and I was on call. So it was enjoyable doing jury duty. I was glad I got to do it. I was a little disappointed I didn't get to do more because the process interests me. But anyway, so that was my time in court. Let's see. Box office tracking numbers, Dan from Daniel. Wreck It Ralph, 18 million today. 94 million 5 day. Creed 2, 11 million today. 59 million 5 day. Robin Hood, 3 million today. 16, 18. Yeah, definitely a big weekend uh, for movies. Long weekend. I haven't seen Robin Hood yet, of course, but saw Creed 2 today. My review is done. I'm just going to upload it after we're done here. That's going to take a while, so it probably won't be up till tomorrow morning. But of course, Wreck-It Ralph, if you watch my review, Wreck-It Ralph's really good. Don't be worried about the commercialism. There's a little bit, but not enough to even ruin it. Um, Let's see, Zenston. Yeah, I get you. They don't think it's important that you're about to change someone's life. You have to be a little responsible, and I think and think it through. You're no longer charging a faceless bum. Yeah, it's not like I mean, yes, part of it does feel like a court case on TV, like you're watching Law and Order or something, but that's a real person in front of you, and they may or may not have done it. What if they didn't do it? That's all I wanted to know. I wanted to clarify some things because when I asked to see the cell phone video, they sent in the laptop and we got to look at it like right here, and it was a pixelated mess. And they're like, "Oh, that's him. That's him." It's like it's a cell phone pictures of pixels. Like I said, we could deduce it, and plus, what little bit we heard his voice because he did not testify. What little bit we heard his voice in court, we could hear it in the voice on that cell phone video, and plus, with his middle initial being A and him being called Tony, reasonable Anthony Tony. So we had reason enough to. And with the eyewitnesses and everything, especially from the manager of the apartment complex, we were able to put it together. But just wanting to throw it down, be done. It was ridiculous. Um, let's see. You're good. I'm kind of thinking someone recorded on their cell phone. They didn't do anything to help. I can't imagine standing by and doing nothing just to record a video. Well, I kind of understand in a way because the stuff this guy was saying in the video when he was beating up the guy, he was saying things like "you don't f with the GDs," which uh, I don't know where all they're at, but there's a gang that's been around our neck of the woods uh, called the Gangsters Disciples, and he may have been a former member. I don't know. I didn't know the guy, but I mean, I could see them just being afraid. I mean, who knows if he would have attacked them if they would have tried something. But yeah, this guy got his clock cleaned. I mean, they the guy that was arguing with him at first was saying he was calling him the N word. Um, and the guy that got attacked was saying he wasn't saying anything. Now, I'm not saying he didn't say anything, and I'm not saying he said the N word, but I have a feeling that somewhere in the middle is what happened. He may have been saying something to him that he didn't like, and it made him mad. Don't know. We can't because there was no sound on the video, but the guy was mad about something, and I don't know. But either way, you say that stuff, it doesn't give you a right to smack someone in the back of the head and then punch them multiple times on the ground. Um, let's see. Ralph is beating expectation to break Frozen's 5-day opening and 5-day Thanksgiving weekend record. It probably will, and it's that good. Um, and the fact that it's got the characters from Frozen in it even makes it funnier. And if you haven't watched my review yet, stay all through the credits of Wreck It Ralph. The mid credit scene is really funny. It kind of makes fun of the viewers, but in a nice way. You'll get it when you see it, and the end credit scene may be a tired joke, but it fits this movie perfectly, and it's amazing. And being that I was the only one left in the theater, I was laughing so hard it was echoing. I thought it was great. That movie could have been such a emoji movie disaster, but it wasn't. It was great. Let's see. Desiree, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You get in the middle and it can change everything in school. I used to help people. Nowadays I would probably want to protect the people I know. Yeah, I mean it would be hard. It's hard to know what you do in that situation. From what I could tell with the person that shot the video, see, they handed over the video, but they said they were not going to testify. They would hand over the video and tell them what they knew right there, but they weren't going to testify because they didn't want to get involved. And they ended up moving away even before the trial. So let's see, Daniel. I only stayed at the mid credit scene. I didn't know there was an after one, but I saw after scene on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not surprised that someone leaked it on YouTube. Um, I uh, Yeah, I definitely stay for it if you haven't because it's fantastic. There's a cool website I go to. It doesn't always have it on preview night, but if you're seeing a movie after preview night or if there was an early screening, it's called aftercredits.com, and they tell you is there mid credit scene. If I always check that, and it'll tell you what it is if you really want to know, but you have to click on a button to see it. Um, let's see. Desiree, yeah, but even so, I just stand by and recording. I'd try something, call cops something. Somebody did call the cops. I can't remember who did though. Just couldn't see myself just watching. Makes me think of Seinfeld episode where they stand and record. I vaguely remember that. I didn't watch Seinfeld faithfully, but I remember that. Ryan, any direct to video Disney sequels I genuinely like? The only one I can really think of, but I don't watch it very often is Lion King 2. I know it's not that great, and it's definitely not that stupid 1.5 thing that ruined the Lion King. But I like the idea of um of the Lion King 2, and then that kind of leads into that new cartoon they've got, which I haven't got to watch a ton of it, but I do want to catch up on it eventually. Um was it packed at Ralph or Creed 2 showing? No. Um, and I think the reason it wasn't packed at my theater is because the local art theater, the Avon, was showing uh Wreck-It Ralph, and they were doing like a $5 showing. So that they were probably packed there. There was a decent amount at Wreck-It Ralph. Creed 2, there was maybe 10 or 12 of us, half of them being kind of annoying. There was a couple behind me just talking through the whole movie, drove me nuts. Um, let's see. Favorite non-Disney or Pixar animated sequels. Uh, I don't know. Um, I'd have to really think about that. Name me some of your favorites. I'm curious. I can't really think of any animated sequels off the top of my head. Um, Let's see. You know what? What I'm going to do here. Oh, before I forget, and this is something I learned the last couple days. Those of you that have Amazon Prime, they're doing an early screening. If you have Amazon Prime and you can do a free trial and get this, they're doing a not a free screening, but you can buy tickets to an early screening of Aquaman on Saturday the 15th. Um, and I was surprised that our local theaters had it, so I'll be seeing that movie early. And then today, even though the information isn't seem to be updating, and I can't find any theaters that have it, uh, they're going to be showing an early screening of Bumblebee on the 8th. Um, and but I can't find any theaters that have it yet. Both of them have tickets on sale. But I'm trying to find this Bumblebee screening, but you don't have to be a member of anything for that. You just go to the Bumblebee movie website. Let's see. But I am going to see Aquaman early. Shrek 2, you think is one of the best anime sequels. I've never seen anything but Shrek 1. I watched part of Puss in Boots. I don't know why. I have no answer for that. Maybe I should watch Shrek 2. Speaking of Shrek, there's supposed to be, I don't know if it's going to be an official theatrical release or what, but they're supposed to be doing this thing called like Shrek Retold or something like that, where it's other people that did animations and they put it all together like as one big Shrek movie. It's like their love letter to Shrek. I'm kind of curious about that. Um, let's see. Favorite DreamWorks animated films. DreamWorks, I would probably have to say it'd be the How to Train Your Dragons. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. I know I love those. Let's see. Lion King 2 is far better than Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. I'd never watched that one. I didn't like Bambi 2. I didn't like Fox and the Hound 2. Yeah, the Aladdin ones weren't too bad. I don't remember much about them, but I do remember them not being too bad. I never saw Mulan 2. Um, which Toy Story 2 trailer did I like better? Um, if you're referring to the one where they're going in a circle and they show that spork, I didn't really think too much of that one. The one with Key and Peele I thought was kind of funny. But honestly, I've never been a huge Toy Story fan. I like the movies, don't get me wrong, but they're not my favorite. I am a big Rex fan though. I love Rex. Um, let's see. Um, there was a couple of you that threw comments on the YouTube comment thing because I actually have a YouTube comment thing now. Apparently, it used to be you had to have like 10,000 people, and now apparently they must want to overtake Twitter or something because now you only have to have 1,000 subscribers. And I have a Twitter comment or a YouTube comment thing now. The first one's from Zanzel10. Uh, talk about the movies, my favorite movies when I grew up, and wanted to know about people or my taste as a kid and how that's changed over the years. My tastes, I probably I've always liked darker movies, um, and what I like to do, and I'll use Ghostbusters as an example since I actually just showed that to my son the other day. I told him, I said, I'm not explaining the jokes to you. I said, and if they say cuss words and you act like, you know, if you act like a goofball, we're not watching. I said, if you can grow up a little bit and just know that as long as you're not repeating them, which maybe he's repeating them when I'm not there, it's I'll probably hear about it later, I'm sure. But I said, we'll watch it. And we watched it and he handled it pretty well. But what I always like to do, I'll use Ghostbusters as an example, is I love watching movies I watched as a kid and then going back and watching them as an adult and seeing what I didn't understand. I mean, Ghostbusters is a perfect example because you are not going to get half those jokes whenever you were a kid. Um, my mind was blown when I realized what gatekeeper and keymaster meant. Things like that. Um, so I love that. I still like watching a lot of stuff. But how has my taste changed? I have a wider range of tastes. Is really the only way I can put it. 'Cause I've seen so many different kinds of movies now. Since ever since I was started becoming a critic, in 2011. I give more movies a chance now. Back even 7, 8 years ago, I probably didn't do that, and I do that now. So, I like to give every movie a chance. I guess that's maybe the thing I can say that's changed over the years. Um, but I love going back and looking at movies that uh looking at movies that I haven't looked at in years. I still even go back, uh, like my favorite movie is Usual Suspects. I still go back and look at that movie and find new stuff all the time. I love doing that. I love finding new things or new jokes or new things in the background or just little things that they're giving it away here, but you didn't see it. Things like that. I love that. Um, let's see. Desiree asked my thoughts on Detective Pikachu. Okay, I didn't grow up with Pokemon. I knew what Pokemon was, but I didn't grow up with it. My extensive knowledge about Pokemon is my sons watch the shows. My oldest loves XY. He loves that group of characters. And of course he likes XYZ because they came back cuz we tried watching the new one and he's like, "Where's Clement and where's so and so?" I'm like, "Well, they move on every time," and he just go back and watch X and Y. He loves the whole thing. When we play Pokemon toys, we do uh I can solve anything with science. Science is so amazing. We love doing that. So that's really my knowledge. I watched part of the Indigo League series, and I mean, I know who Team Rocket is. I know I do have a favorite Pokemon. It would be Meowth, the talking Meowth. Um, so that's my extensive knowledge of Pokemon. Extensive. Um, but when I saw that trailer, I mean, my thoughts when hearing about this movie for the first time months and months ago was like, "Dear God, what have they done? What are they gonna do?" And then I saw the trailer. I'm quite impressed. I love that they're doing this whole thing of only the one kid can understand him. And it makes you wonder if that's how, like on the cartoon, that's how Ash hears Pikachu. But then again, he can understand all his Pokemon. So I'm wondering how that works. But I do love the fact that they show him, he's like, "Can you understand him?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, he's so cute. Pika Pika." That was fun. I love the designs of the characters. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with some of them. I thought the Pikachu looked great. Ryan Reynolds of Pikachu. It's like if Deadpool was Pikachu, probably a little cleaner. Um, I thought would it be a Charizard? Whatever. I know there's Charmander. I don't know the evolutions, but I think it was a Charizard they showed. That looked pretty dope. Um, the mime thing was cool. I thought they showed a Psyduck. That was kind of cool. I don't know all the names of them. They showed the Fro Ninjas. On that XY show, I loved the Fro Ninjas and the Froakie and everything, and I thought that was pretty awesome too. So I was quite impressed by the trailer. Now, are they going to be able to sustain that? I don't know. I think with the right humor, if they keep it light and not too dark, um, I think if they do that, they might have a good movie on their hands. But it's hard to tell with just one trailer. I know a lot of people are mad that Ash isn't in that movie. Do that later. Do this thing now and then try to do, because I think if they tried to do Ash and Friends, it might feel a little unfocused. It might be like when they tried to do like Dragon Ball, or Avatar. It may just be a mess. Where if you just focus on one character, one Pikachu, and then have all these other Pokemon, I think it's a good place to start. And Scott Lester said to me, by having the comments thing, he said, "Woo, you're like a real YouTuber now." Yeah, I never felt like one before. No. No, it's cool to have that comment section. I've always wanted one because it'd just be a nice different way than Twitter to get your message out there. Let's see. Let's go through the things here. Let's see. Let's see. Where was I? Favorite Pixar short. Ooh. Hmm. I I don't know. Do the ones that involve the established characters count? That's I'm curious about that. Um, I mean, if it's got to be an original one, God, I can't even remember half of them now. Um, I can't even remember half the shorts. I know we joked with a guy at work because that the one with the bun that became the baby, he kind of looked like the kid coming back from college. So we kind of gave him, and we weren't the only ones that thought that, because he goes, you know what my, he's like, you know what my, I think it was his sister said to me. She goes, you look like that character. Um, let's see. Uh, but yeah, I like that one. I thought the one uh with the volcanoes was kind of cute. I can't remember half of them though. I tend to forget these things. Let's see. Am I the only one that's really hyped for Kingdom Hearts 3? I played 1 and 2. I would play 3, but I'm excited for those that are excited. The concept is awesome. It's just that after waiting so long, and then they did the whatever, the card games and the half point fives and all that stuff. I was just like, I'm not gonna do this. I follow up what they do on those. So I'm cool. I'm happy it's finally coming out for those that are looking forward to it. Which Secret Life of Pets 2 trailer I like better, the Max trailer or the Chloe trailer? Well, being that I can only remember the Chloe trailer, I did see the Max one. I think it was him going to the vet. Yeah, it was okay. I think Patton Oswalt is a good replacement for Louis C.K. Because he's got that same kind of voice. The Chloe trailer is pretty funny. So I like that one. I like the first movie okay, even though it's a little too much like Toy Story. Did I ever see the Life of David Gale? I did not. Um, not only joke, but the depth of the GB film is unbelievable. Not just cinematically, but the timing of script pacing. Never thought to catch these things at 7. Love that movie. Um, let's see. I hate reading my comments. Um, well, I hate watching my videos, so don't feel bad. Let's see. Desiree is totally friggin' hyped for Detective Pikachu. Charizard is the final evolution of Charmander, and yes, that's him. Greninja looked awesome. I always thought that design was cool. You know, I think they should do Ash eventually in a Pokemon live action Pokemon movie, but Ash gets all the cartoon movies, so let's see. Olaf's Frozen Adventure doesn't count as a Pixar film, even though it's front of Coco. Everyone hated that. I love Olaf, so I liked it. Yeah, it was a little long, but I really I enjoyed that short. Um, let's see. Fonda Jean's game, the one of the chess game, still holds funny and really well made. I don't know what that is. Pixar Birds. Which one was that? Yeah, I can't remember half those Pixar shorts now. I remember the Monsters Inc. one where they had like a monster truck. I thought that one was pretty funny. Um, let's see. Was it called Gene's Game? Yeah, I don't remember. Worst live action Disney movie you've ever seen. Oh boy. I'm not sure. Worst live action movie. One I can tell you one I was really disappointed in, even though I kind of enjoyed it, was Tron Evolution, because we waited that long for another Tron movie and we got plot hole the movie. Um, let's see. Gene's Game is short. It came out with thanks. Oh, Bugs Life movie. Okay, yeah, I remember that one now. That one was good. Yeah, see, I just don't remember. Oh, Jerry's Game. Okay, is what it was called. Oh yeah, Wrinkle in Time wasn't that good either. Daniel. I was I was really disappointed in that one. Oh, the birds on the electrical line. Yep, that one was pretty funny. Yeah, all those little shorts are usually at least fairly entertaining. One now that I think about it, one that I liked, and I don't remember the name. It was the one where it was like an Indian family, and he had his little figures, and he was imagining the figures were alive or whatever. I can't remember what the name of that one's called. That one was cool. It was very imaginative. Sanjay Super Team. Yep, that's it. Let's see. Where were we at here? Um, Haunted Mansion. Yeah, it was kind of bad. Now that you bring up the ones that were based on rides, uh, the last couple of Pirates movies weren't that great. Um, Live action Mr. Magoo. I actually never saw that. I know it was the Leslie Nielsen one. Never actually saw it. The Bunny and the Magician one. I vaguely remember that one. Yeah, Sanjay's Super Team. That was that didn't like that one. That was in front of the Good Dinosaur. The Good Dinosaur. It's not one I'll watch again, but I had to see it twice, because my son wanted to see it. And watching it the second time, when I finally realized that I was watching a Western, it made it a little more enjoyable for me. Um, all right. That's all the notes I've got for tonight, guys. If you got anything you want to talk about here in the last few minutes, definitely put it in the chat there. One thing I want to ask you guys do, I want to try a little experiment. Um, if you uh follow my channel, I want to try. I don't understand how YouTube works very well. If you don't already, I want to see what happens if more people uh watch my stuff. If you hit the notification bell, will more people see my stuff? Also, I asked if people can share my stuff. I just want to kind of experiment to see how hitting the notification bell, joining the notification squad, as some of the more annoying YouTubers say. I want to see how that affects views and things like that, if it affects them at all. I'm not sure how that works. I'm just curious if you go ahead and hit that. I just want to see what it does, if it helps at all. Daniel, I like the Good Dinosaur. If my last comment made you think I hated it. Yeah, see, that's just it. When anyone says they like The Good Dinosaur, it surprises me. I enjoy it. I'm just not one I'm gonna watch a bunch. A lot of people hated that movie because of, I don't know, that was the one they delayed for a long time, because then we ended up getting like two Pixar movies that year. I can't remember what the other one was. It was either it was another Cars or Toy Story or something like that that we got that year. Let's see, Zanston, what game am I going to be playing next? On Gino's Bad at Games, um, I'm going to, let's see, I don't want to give it away. I'm going to try to start playing it this weekend, since I'll have movies done after tomorrow. Um, and then we just have our Thanksgiving on Saturday, and then I'm pretty well free most Friday, most Saturday. So, um, I'm playing. I'll just say I'm playing an action RPG. If I can get the recording work, that's another thing. I have to test the recording, because you always got to test it. Um, I want to play an action RPG that I remember playing a long time ago, where it finally gave me something I wanted in a video game, and it's something that we should have had in many video games since now, and movies and cartoons. Um, and it's based on D&D. I'll just say that. I'll leave it at that. Let's see. Let's see. If we're talking favorite Pixar's, Inside Out, Inside Out, Inside Out. You know, I love Inside Out. That's a great movie. I saw that movie at least 3 times in the theater, and I cried every time. Yes, I will admit, I cried. I bawled. I was there with my son the last time I saw it. He goes, "Why are you crying, daddy?" It's like, "How can you not?" Let's see. Worst anime movie that came out in 2015 was Strange Magic. If that was the George Lucas one, right? The one that was supposed to, that was kind of like Ferngully. Yeah, that movie sucked. Road Trip might count. I kind of count those as animated movies, since the main characters are animated. Yeah, the Chipmunks movies could be better. I kind of wish they do with the Chipmunks movie what they did with the Smurfs movies, and go all animated. The hybrid is tricky, because if it looks fake, it doesn't work. That's why I think that Pokemon trailer works, because those Pokemon, most of them look like they are there. Let's see. Um, You click that shit like 80,000 times. Not to be weird, but it felt good. If you're talking about the notification bell, thanks for joining the notification squad. Let's see. No, not Golden Axe. No, it's not the D&D arcade game. If you want to see me play the two D&D arcade games, go to my buddy's website, Heisenerd. That's Heisenerd. Bill and I played both of those games on his channel, and you can also find the links to those, even though there's a lot of links on the playlist. I have a playlist called GB3 Family that has anything I was involved in on other people's sites there, and we have it there too. Probably easier to find it on Bill's channel though. We play both the D&D arcade games there. You can see how not very good at those I am. Let's see. To celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow, you should bring your kids to see Robin Hood and review it as a family. My kids are with their mom this week. It's her week, and we go a week on, week off. I do get to see him on Saturday for our dinner, my family's dinner. But yeah, I don't know if I want to take him to see Robin Hood. My son does want to go see Wreck It Ralph though. I told him I was going to see it, and he's like, "Oh man." um, yeah, I'm looking forward to Robin Hood. I'm not hearing good things about it, but I love the story of Robin Hood, so I kind of want it to be good. Um, and you know, I've done things with my kids on camera, but I'm trying to keep that to a minimum. We are going to do some more stuff, probably some more game stuff later because they want to do some gaming stuff with me. Um, and then my oldest son, did since he loves John Cena, he did review a little bit of Ferdinand with me. Um, let's see, Desiree, I work on Black Friday. My compatriots wish me luck and many many cups of coffee. Enjoy yourself on Black Friday. Try not to kill any customers. Um, I am probably staying away from the stores myself. Squad. Let's see. If you really want to be awful YouTuber, you got to tell people to smash that like button. Yeah, smash it, smash it. I guess I'm an awful YouTuber now in the inner circle. Let's see. Do you own any movie that have a collection theme? Um, what do you mean by that, Ryan? Do I only have a, just if you explain that to me, what you mean by that? Um, let's see. Zenston, I'll be there tomorrow. Love seeing your videos while playing some massive role. I can never say that right. The online role plays as I kill bugs. Uh, is absurd. Says Desiree, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't think I could do retail on Black Friday. That'd probably drive me nuts. Again, I didn't bring them to see Ralph because they're with their mom. And it's hard to take my kids in the movie if I have to review it, because I need to be able to concentrate. And then when one kid wants to go one way and one kid wants to go the other, and I'm there by myself with them, it's kind of hard to do. I try to when I take them to go see a movie, I try to see it first, and then that way, if they need to go to the bathroom or whatever, then if I miss something, it don't matter. Um, let's see, where was I? Uh, let's see. Desiree, remember the knees are always weak, and it's easy to break on people that come trashing the place. Has any of you seen the video of the guy trashing GameStop? The best part of that video, this came out a couple days ago. The best part of that video is when he's walking out the door, the phone rings, and the GameStop employee is so calm, and he's just like, "You're this is GameStop. How can I help?" It's just like he does not react to this guy trashing the store. And I give the guy credit there because if I worked there, I probably wouldn't have been as friendly. Let's see. Desiree, thanks Simpson for the compassion. Thanks everyone for the compassion. Yeah, malls I can imagine are fun. Let's see. Oh, movie collection from the same studio, same franchise. Um, I don't really think of movies that way. So no, I can't say I have any collections like that. I just buy I don't buy a lot of stuff anymore movie wise. With all the streaming and things that we have now, it's I just buy what I like, what I really like now. That's kind of how I do my movies nowadays. My kids have more collections. I mean, if you look at everything from Bear in the Big Blue House to Paw Patrol Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we got it. Um, let's see. Let's see. Go for the knees. Go for the knees. I'll just keep the advice to go for the knees. I'm sure my high school wrestling training will come in handy. Remind me not to mess with Desiree. Let's see. Worst animated movie you've seen in general, and I mean one you haven't seen in a theater. Ooh, I've seen some of those, and I'll kind of just generalize them together. I've seen some of those, oh, not Disney movies, if you know what I mean. I've seen the Titanic 2. I'll throw that one out there. That one's god awful. Um, let's see. Everyone here is awesome. I'm super glad to be a part of this channel. You guys rock. Have a great night. Tristan, thank you so much for being here. Again, this is the type of channel we like to keep things cool. So I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you enjoy it. Um, were there any animated films you watched in the theater for the first time in theaters with your kids? The only one I can think of was, well, I saw the Lego movie with my brother and his kids. And then the only other one I can think of would have to be Lego Batman. I had my mom with me, so if one of the kids needed to go to the bathroom, she'd take him, and I could still review the movie because that was the only time I could see it, and they wanted to see it, and I wanted to take them to a movie. So yeah, that's the only ones I can really think of. Everything else I usually try to watch first. It's just easier that way because if I can't focus, I can't do it. If I miss something, I'll miss it. And it's hard to review stuff if you miss stuff. I can't understand how any reviewer, and I know I know Brad has done this. And it's like, how can you go to the bathroom in the middle of the movie and still be able? You miss something. Granted, a lot of times he's quick and he gets back, but it's like, how can you do that, man? I asked him that, and he still does a good job. But it's like, what if you miss something key? You know, he probably knows when something's not going to be key, and he just goes. Then I guess. Let's see. Uh, you should greet everyone at store as "Are you ready?" uh, for Desiree Warrior. Favorite Nicktoons. It's always going to be Ren and Stimpy for me. That's the one that really I'll name them above everybody else. Desiree, I will demand much drink after work. Mayhaps I find that Hellboy whiskey somewhere. Um, I like I said, I found it. You probably don't. I doubt you have Friar Tuck's down there. Um, but I found it easily. My friend sent me a picture of it, and I went to the first place. It was another of the same place, and they had it. I don't think it's an exclusive thing, but I highly recommend it. And those still wondering if you haven't seen it, Hellboy Hellwater Cinnamon Whiskey. It's delicious. Um, and again, the bottle's cool, and I have a bottle I just for collection. I had to have one. Um, were there any movies you watched for a second time at theaters, but with your kids then? Um, yeah, like I said, I will take them. Um, if it's something they want to see, then I'll take them. But we don't go to the movies too often. They honestly would just rather be at home and watch stuff. They like going to the movies every now and then. Um, let's see. Acrimony doesn't count. Acrimony always counts. Um, I wanted to like that movie so bad. Most embarrassing favorite childhood movie. Ooh, mm, I don't know because I'm not embarrassed of my childhood. I still watch stuff today. I have Transformers the movie sitting right over there, and I've been meaning to watch it again. I know that's a good movie though. It's not an embarrassing movie, but still, a lot of adults would be embarrassed to watch something like that. Um, oh man, I can't really think of on top of my head. I don't. I if I like something, I like something. I don't care if anyone doesn't like it or not. Um, how much of a punch is that Hellboy pack? It's not bad if you've had Fireball. It's not too strong. It tastes really good, and it doesn't. It's not like a harsher whiskey that you feel go all the way down. It definitely warms you up a little bit though. It's delicious. Um, let's see. Invader Zim is my favorite Nicktoon. I have the complete series. There's supposed to be a movie coming out. Yeah, I heard something about that. I never watched that one. But what was cool was when I went to the last Indiana Comic Con, the voice actor for that character was there, and he was doing the voice for people, and I could hear it. I was in the next line, and that was kind of cool to hear. Um, let's see. Meanwhile, in the UK, we view Nicktoons with a mix of confusion and slight repulsion. We are much too busy with penguins. Let's see. My favorite Nicktoon is Hey Arnold. Um, if we go that far back and we're counting the live action stuff, also, I mean, when it comes to Nickelodeon, for me, it was stuff like You Can't Do That on Television and Double Dare for me growing up. Nicktoons were a little later in my life, and like I said, I gravitated to Ren and Stimpy because it felt more adult. It was just odd, and then when they came back, it didn't work. Um, but yeah, it's I love Ren and Stimpy. Um, I think Ryan means that what is a movie you like or love when you were a kid? Oh, but now hate it. Hmm. Okay, and this might be controversial. I can't say I hate it, but I don't enjoy it as much as I did. E.T. I appreciate that movie. Uh, I appreciate the effects and everything else, but the movie just doesn't have the same magic for me anymore. Anytime I watch it, it's like it's cool, but I don't feel that magic. But I can't think of any movie that I liked as a kid, but I hate now because I've shared so much of what I grew up with my kids. I mean, my after watching Ghostbusters, my son wanted to watch the real Ghostbusters and things like that. So I can't really think of one that I hate now. Um, yeah, I can't think of one off the top of my head. Um, are we getting a Predator review? For me, for the new Predator movie, yeah, it's on my channel already. Um, you just have to search a little bit back, but yeah, I did the Predator. Um, let's see. I still love Keenan and Kel. I know it's stupid, but it still makes me laugh. Keenan and Kel. I was never into that show, but I get it, and definitely Keenan. He's made himself a mainstay on SNL, so Um, yeah, I I like that he made something out of himself out of that show. I don't know if Kel's doing anything, and yeah, I heard they were on that new. They were supposed to do that new Double Dare. They were supposed to have guests and stuff like that. I read an article about that a long time ago. Um, so that was kind of cool. It's kind of cool that they're bringing back Double Dare for a little bit. Um, I'm not demanding on or even requesting, just wondering. Oh no, it's fine. No, yeah, there is a review of Predator on my channel. Creator of Invader Zim, Jonan Vasquez made one of favorite comic series, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Kind of not shocking. Nick canceled it for being too creepy. What did they expect? Yeah, Nick has some weird stuff, and I'll go back to Ren and Stimpy. I can't believe that that lasted as long as it did. Am I the only one that loves Danny Phantom? I think it's okay. My son watched it for a while. I thought it was kind of cool. Um, are there any movies your kids are looking forward to besides Wreck-It Ralph 2? Yeah, Spider-Man. My son Ryan really wants to see Spider-Man. Um, Andy's a little picky when it comes to movies. They don't release a lot of stuff that he likes in theaters. Um, I mean, if that being said, they're making a Sesame Street movie, he'd probably be totally into that. Danny Phantom is the bee's knees when he has knees. Um, Tristan Tristan Wire is dumb. What do you mean by that, Tristan? You're not dumb. Um, but anyway, I think that's gonna be all for the night, guys. I don't know how much the other stream went for, but this one's gone for about an hour. I need to eat some dinner, and I got to work tomorrow morning. So I hope everybody uh has a fantastic Thanksgiving. Eat what you like, have a good time, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your families, or if you have to work, enjoy kicking the crap out of bad customers. Thank you all so much for watching. And no, I didn't take my kids to see the Happy Time Murders, Daniel. I like to think I'm a good father. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And sorry we had the issues in the beginning. But hey, we got back on and people are watching. I'm excited about that. So everyone have a great Thanksgiving and enjoy whatever it is you're doing again. And if you have to kick out some crap out of customers, have a good time too. See you guys later.